Day 3 of the Lexus US Open of Surfing delivering. Welcome to the 805 post show where we are going to recap all of it here from Huntington Beach. Really fun crowd throughout the day. Really great surfing they were treated to. Cannot wait to get into all the action. Welcome into the 805 post show. I'm AJ McCord alongside Carlos Zamora and Matt, the Waxhead, over here. You guys, so much fun. This is where we start to see the competition really get intense for these surfers. They made it through the elimination round, and now you have a spot in finals day on the line. Carla, what stood out to you about the way the surfers performed today?
It was right from the start, right early this morning. Waxhead and I were in here, and it was boom, the first two heats. We had upsets. It was really exciting to watch, and it kind of just kept unfolding the day. We had numerous instances of upsets. It was really exciting.
Yeah, and for me, I think stands out, we've really given birth these rookies on tour, and they're going with so much confidence. And some of the old seeds, some of the veterans, they're starting to feel the pinch a little bit. Challenging conditions here at Huntington, but with the 4-stop World Longboard Tour, we did that halfway mark. A 9th was not a keeper result. Moving into the quarters, it's going to be very interesting tomorrow.
It's so interesting to watch, too, as we see some of the next generation of these longboarders, right? We're like watching some passing of the batons and trying to figure out who can hold their ground today here in Huntington Beach. Well, one of those people, let's get into our men's round of 16, the second heat. JR Esquivel, this guy looks so good, so solid, so consistent today.
Yeah, just a smooth silky surfing, but he's up against some Kevin Scavana. Both of these surfers had very similar skill set and in each other's wheelhouses, so it came down to wave selection. Kevin, towards the end, actually clinched victory, but JR had a minute and a half, and he did it.
Yeah, I think it was 20 seconds remaining, and he clinched it. And that just goes to show the focus that JR comes and brings to the table. He really just narrowed in and locked in the score.
He told me afterwards just how excited he was to see that consistency in his surfing. Made it to Malibu last year, wants so much more than just to make it this year. And you see the emotion, understandably, from a fantastic crowd that always shows out to support JR. So here's a look at our men's longboard bracket for the Huntington Beach Longboard Classic heading into finals day. Quarterfinals are set. Waxhead, what matchup are you most looking forward to tomorrow?
I mean, Ben Skinner, Kyla Splint, designers and shapers of the equipment. That's going to be two regular footers, powerful surfers. That'll be one to watch.
Carla, what about for you?
I'm looking forward to that first heat, to be honest, that rematchup of last year. We saw Richie and JR go head-to-head. JR pulled out some sneaky maneuvering, and I know Richie is ready.
Cannot wait for that. Finals day here in Huntington Beach tomorrow for the longboard event. And, of course, the women also have to finalize their bracket for finals day. So the round of 16, you want to talk about some upsets. My goodness, did we have those today on the women's side of the bracket? And it started really, here's heat number 1. Okay, it was Natalia Wunderlich taking down Kelis Kaleopa'a, the defending champ here in Huntington Beach, Carla.
Oh my gosh, this was another exciting heat to watch. Both of these ladies have amazing style. They really have this longboard finesse is what we're looking for in the criteria. It matches, it ticks all the boxes, but it was Natalia that ended up taking it away.
Yeah, style, flow, and grace epitomized in this heat. Two of the young guns, some of the most stylish surfers we've ever seen grace the World Longboard Tour on display here. Can you believe the round of 16? This is like a final performance, and we're stoked to have been witness to it.
So cool to watch, again, because it says so much about the status of competitive longboarding, right? That we are seeing some of these newer faces to the tour have these moments against someone like Kelis, who is just one of those iconic style, beauty, flow, grace, all of it. She defines it when she does her surfing, but she did not make it to finals day. Instead, Carla, here is a look at the women who are competing still for the title here at the Huntington Beach Longboard Classic. Which one has you really on the edge of your seat?
I think all of these are really excellent matchups, and I don't even know. Waxhead.
How do you pick?
I'm really excited for all of these. That first one again, Natalia and Natsumi, I really like both of those surfers. I've gotten to know Natsumi pretty well, and she's got a lot of fire under her. But Natalia has kind of been this dark horse, if you will, that's just kind of come under the radar. She's a little soft-spoken, and it's been really fun to watch that.
Yeah, I think Honolulu Bloomfield up against Rachel Tilley, two former world champions. They both bring the best out of each other, and there's been ups and downs in both of their careers with confidence, but I feel like they're both coming to a point where they're on an upwards trajectory.
And the last person just locked in their spot, Matt, I want to ask you, what stood out to you about the way Mason Schremmer got it done today?
Resilience. In conditions less than ideal, Mason is typically, she's a hard-working surfer, but she would have been very unenthused. But before that heat, she had a lot of motivation, and she showed that she did have that resilience to put up with the terrible conditions.
Let's talk to the resilient surfer who has punched her way to finals day here in Huntington Beach. Mason Schremmer on the glass with Felicity Palmatier.
Thanks, AJ. Congratulations, Mason. It was tricky out there, but you got the job done.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, look, it wasn't pretty, but got the job done, so that's all that matters, and on to finals day, so I'm excited.
I know you've been basing yourself in Australia, in Noosa, for the last 5 years. Obviously, very different wave to, the beach breaks here at Huntington. How did you manage putting that heat together with, the difference between where you live and here?
I just think staying busy really helped in that heat, because when, there's not really any great waves, like you kind of just have to take a chance on whatever comes your way and then hope one of them kind of works out for you, and it worked out for me just then, so that was good.
I know you got a 5th place at Bells, and you've now equaled that, maybe better. Your thoughts going into finals day tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm just really excited. I feel really good about going into finals day, and it's good to kind of keep up like quarters or better, just to stay in the top 8 for the end of the year. So yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. Good luck for finals day. Back to you, AJ.
Thanks so much, Flick. A massive moment for these surfers as they punch their ticket to finals day, and how critical it is, Matt, like you talked about, halfway through the longboard tour and all of them eyeing, making sure they're in that top 8. Let's go now to our Cup Noodles wave of the day. It was hard to pick, but at the end, it was heat 6 of the men's round of 16. Taka Inoue with the 8.57. Matt, let's talk through it.
Yeah, technical. This was at the very end of the heat. He decided, he almost had an earpiece to what the commentators in the broadcast were saying. He got his hands down below the waist, showed that flow, the patience, the style, the grace that earned him that excellent range score.
Yeah, he's really got a lot going in his tool belt, and what we were talking about earlier during this heat is that if you could just take a breath, calm it down, and you can see that happened on this wave. He kind of took a moment to gather himself, put together all his skill set. He said he was pretty happy about that wave, and it really was nice to see that the judges awarded him.
The composure was so impressive. And again, these competitors, you can feel them getting into the rhythm here of the competition here at the Huntington Beach Longboard Classic. And it is time to lock it in, because we are heading into finals day here at Huntington Beach. Let's take a look at our Surfline forecast, get an idea of what these surfers are going to face tomorrow. Waxhead, take it away.
So we still have some of that wind swell. You can see that south swell coming from Australia, combining with those low pressure systems underneath Cabo in Mexico, spreading up. So we've got combo swells. We don't have that dominant south push just yet. Today was a real mixed up type of surf. They said 3 to 4 feet, but it wasn't. It was more 2 to 3 feet faces. Tomorrow we're looking for that 2 to 4 feet. But the onshore wind, it'll be up early, but super contestable. That's why we come to Huntington.
Yeah, the buoys are going to say something, but obviously when it hits the beach, sometimes a little bit different things happen. Might not be quite so big today, but we will be getting quite the pulse for the weekend for the finals of the Challenger Series.
Looking forward to that. So much action here to come still at the Lexus US Open of Surfing. But before we move forward, let's take a look back, because these top 5 moments deserve their moment in the sun. Moment number 5, Richie Cravey defeating Sallas. What an upset, Waxhead.
Reigning world champ goes down early. He was the only surfer to sit on that pier bowl right, like we saw on day 1 and 2. And unfortunately, he was the last person, because the world champ didn't make his heat. And there's a reason, because Richie Cravey had the pick of the lefts, and he was on fire.
Yeah, he really dominated this heat here. Richie just, I was saying yesterday, feeling himself. He had that hair hair toss and check his nails. He was definitely on it. Yeah, and well-deserved for Richie. He's been a strong competitor here. Number 4.
So Soleil Errico, a 3-time world champ. She'd seen too many upsets by the time she got in the water for heat number 5. And Carla, she said, that shall not happen to me.
No, and she's got the eye of the tiger. She wants to win this event. She's come out winning bells. She's looking for another world title, and she's ready to put it on.
Yeah, surfing very technical. It was a measured performance by her means. But I tell you what, there's something that she's got hiding underneath there. I don't think we've quite seen it yet. She's on an upward trajectory, and I look forward to seeing her on finals day.
Speaking of looking forward to seeing on finals day, JR Esquivel advancing with a 15.23 heat total. Waxhead, this guy has just improved every single time we see him take the water.
Yeah, he's actually undefeated in his region back in Asia. Every time he puts on the jersey, he brings the fire. And it's that competitive prowess, that real eager eye that sharpened him up for the World Tour. And his compatriots had made sure that he was busy in the off-season, and it shows, Carla.
Yeah, definitely. You saw a moment there, it was slow, and he was able to turn it on and make a change.
Moment number 2, let's head to the women's round of 16, heat number 2. Natsumi Taoka advancing with the highest women's heat total of the day, Carla, 14.1.
Natsumi was also on fire today. That's why she's in that number 2 slot for top 5 of the event today. She was just putting that fast footwork together, nailing those critical 5s and 10s, and just showing the judges that she knows exactly what to do with the criteria.
Yeah, also in a row, undefeated in the Asia region, taking out the same events that JR did, so it's no wonder these two in the off-season have been some of the hardest working surfers, and the results are there in the proof.
And moment number 1, I'm pretty sure we're never going to get tired of watching Taka Inoue with the buzzer beater 857, Matt.
Yes, technical surfing. He just, that soul arched hand, but as we talked about before, just a deep, decompressing breath, and it was enough to bring out that style and flow color.
Yeah, I really appreciated that. It's almost as if he must have felt our vibes as we were kind of trying to coach him in a mental, telepathic state. And he really put it together. The judges rewarded him, and hopefully he'll put more of that into his game plan tomorrow.
Cannot wait to see how these surfers bring it on finals day. Huntington Beach is going to do what she's going to do, which means it's going to keep these surfers on their toes, and they can handle it, is what we have absolutely learned from these longboarders day in, day out, event in, event out. So before we wrap up, Carla, just give me one thing that stands out to you about today.
The upsets.
Yeah,
the wild cards, the regional wild cards, and the underdogs kind of coming in and saying, you know, take a look at me. I'm here.
Matt, what about for you? What are you looking forward to tomorrow?
The opportunity for these surfers and the rookies like Natalia to put on a show at the biggest stage in longboarding. It's not the finals, but here at the US Open of Surfing, Surf City, Huntington Beach, it's where it all goes down. A lot of eyes are on these surfers, both on the camera, but in real life too, and that's a pressure that these surfers are not used to.
Absolutely. The pressure is on, and they look ready to perform. Longboard Finals Day starts tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. Pacific time at the Lexus US Open of Surfing, presented by Pacifico. Thanks so much for joining us all day today. We had so much fun watching these surfers just do their best here at Huntington Beach. For Waxhead, Carla, AJ, the rest of the crew, thanks so much for being here. We'll see you guys tomorrow, bright and early, for Finals Day.
You.
He's got a cutter on his straight into this and setting up really nice 5. Right through that 10 minute right there. Right there.
Yo, when I say I can't stop, man, I really mean it. Was already at the top, it was so scenic. Man, I was really at the top, boy, you should have seen it. But I couldn't keep my nose clean, no Kleenex. They know that I'm a real one, no fraud. And I believe in second chances, on guard. A couple years ago, I could barely pay the rent. Now I'm thinking if it makes dollars, then it makes sense. No stopping, baby. We ain't never gonna stop. No stopping, baby. And you just don't stop. Even at the top. Ain't no stopping for you. When I was young, I was poor, had no big wheel. Now 50,000 in my backpack's no big deal. Look, you have to just believe you're the greatest, cause no one's gonna pat you on the back till you made it. I had to change my way of thinking with discipline. So now when I'm talking in a room, I see them listening. Whole new energy, a new state of mind. I ain't picking up the phone if you're gonna waste my time.
No stopping, baby. No stopping, baby. And you just don't stop. Moving up the top. Ain't no stopping for you. I got money on my mind. I got money on my mind.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.
Gotta work for it. Grind, I don't care how much your time takes. Time and commitment to get to the top. And when we get there,